house that I'm staying, it's really clean and really nice, and it feels kind of like camp. Like, you know, you're a kid and you go camping. Like, it feels a whole lot like that. And everybody woke up super early. Like, some people were up at like 4:30. Like, it's like, what are you doing? It's 4:30 in the morning. You know what I mean? Get back in bed. But a lot of people were, I think, stayed in bed until around 6, and that's about when I got up. And I got up and just, you know, took a shower and walked around outside a little bit and blah, blah, blah. And it's supposed to rain really heavy in a couple of hours. So I'm going to go into town now. Part of my activities this morning were figuring out if there's anything to do here. And basically this little town is a jumping point to a huge national park that's nearby. It's like the most remote national park in Japan. And I'm actually going to be going, I think I'm just going to go closer to that national park and then explore it from there for 2 reasons. One, I just want to be closer to the national park just because, I don't know. And 2, I guess that's not really a reason. And 2, the rain is supposed to continue for, it's Saturday now, it's supposed to rain until Tuesday at least. Dude, it's getting brutal. So anyway, today is supposed to be like 100% gonna rain, like from noon until tomorrow at noon or something. So I'm gonna go out this morning and be out and then go back to the place in the afternoon. And I've got more editing and stuff I can do. I always have more editing I can do. And on my way out today, I jammed my tomatoes and my laptop, my 2 most like prized possessions now that I don't have a wallet anymore. I jammed those 2 things into a locker at the place, and the laptop is uploading a video right now, and it said that it had the laptop I hadn't had it plugged in all night last night, so the charge wasn't full. So it said it had a 55 minutes of charge left, and the estimation to the time for the video to be uploaded was 50 minutes. So I jammed it in the locker, and just hoping, that the race wins. But if somebody goes in there and like tries to download something else on the same internet, then the battery will probably give out before the tubes are finished. As I walked into town, I was thinking about different things about this guest house. And something I've noticed is they seem to have like, everything is perfect. Every time you're like, oh, I could use A, you look over and it's there. Like, oh, it would be nice if they had A. Oh, there it is. Like, that's the theme here, and that's really, really nice. Like, it's nice to be able to go into a shower area, take a shower, and not have to bring anything with you except clothes. Because there's shampoo, and there's body wash, and there's conditioner, and there's towels, and it's all just provided. And I can't believe that this is all provided for 1,500 yen. Like, this is likely the best valued accommodation I've ever had. Like, you know, per dollar. I mean, I've stayed in cheaper places, of course, but, you know, they start to skimp on things like, you know, cleanliness and electricity and those types of things. Something that they have here as well that I've never seen in any other place that I can recall is they have a separate room for people who snore, because you're sleeping in like a public area. So there's signs on the walls that are like, if we can hear you snoring downstairs, we're gonna come upstairs and stick you in the other room. And it's almost like the snoring room is like the room of shame. But there was nobody in there last night, so I was thinking about like, I could have a private room. It just occurred to me that it's like 8:30 and I'm way out in the countryside looking for something to eat. And like, I can't find something to eat at 8:30 in the morning in Tokyo, you know? There's no like breakfast for breakfast, you know what I mean? So I got a juice box full of coffee instead. And then, I don't know, I hope I find food before the rain shows up is all I'm saying. So wait, let's do this math here. Like last night, everything was closed because it was dinner time. And in the morning, everything's closed because it's breakfast time. Like, are you seeing the problem here? There are restaurants, I've seen them. How? Alright, so I found a little coffee shop, and it's pretty weird in here. It's like a lodge, and it looks like the evenings and maybe the afternoon even, they have different types of food here. So maybe I will drift back here if the weather allows. Yeah, I'm surprised there's not a bear skin hanging on the wall. I can just kind of get that vibe. And I just ordered the morning set, whatever. And it is eggs and sausage and a mini tomato that I now have got a high standard for, so it better live up to it. A little salad and some bread and stuff. Not too substantial, but it's better than convenience store food, I guess, is really where we're at. Yo, these sausages are amazing. Like, I don't know what she's done to them, but she's really done it up large. Oh my god. It's like like she put like spices or something on top of it. Good Lord. All right, let's see. That's pretty good, but my standard is higher now. I'm a tomato snob. So this coffee shop has got one of the best menus I've ever seen. It's like a book, and the pictures are all like super professional looking, and it's printed like a book, like the paper on it is like a book and everything. And apparently you can stay here as well, like they have a room, at least one room to stay in, and there's also an onsen for women. And inside the book it talks about like the minerals and stuff that are in it, and like the temperature of the water when it comes in and all this stuff. So like you can get a little bit more info rather than just like, you know, hot water. But I do think it is only for women though. It says specifically like chicks bath. So I guess maybe they only have one, and I'm the only guy in here, so maybe their clientele is usually female. It's Saturday, so I got to talk to Katie on the phone on the internet, you know what I mean? They had free Wi-Fi at the cafe, so I talked to her for like an hour and 15 minutes, got all caught up on what's going on in Tokyo. And she was like, you know what's going on in Tokyo? I was like, what's going on in Tokyo? She's like, it's raining. Guess which direction the rain goes in Japan? It goes south to north. So that rain's headed my direction. So maybe it'll be here tomorrow or the next day. Of course. It just started to sprinkle here, and the temperature has dropped like 10 degrees easily. So I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I'm thinking about just going on the train and checking the schedule, and if there's a train coming, just going to a random stop down the tracks. It goes over towards the coast, so I thought maybe that would be a fun ride, and then coming back. I don't know. I don't have any plans. I've been looking in like all the tourist information that they have for this area, and it's all like, go to this national park that's an hour and a half away. And I'm like, I want to go to that national park, but not when it's about to rain. I walked over to the train station. Not going for any train rides. It's like about noon right now, and the last train was at 11:17, so that I could have made that easily if I had thought about it before. I didn't even cross my mind. So no big deal. But the next train is like 4 something, I think. So no trains today for me. I'm just gonna go back to the guest house and work on video stuff, I suppose. Take advantage of the rain and do that up. Maybe I'll hit this convenience store before I make my way that direction. See what I can find, anything a little interesting, maybe some candy. I found a rather tasty Hokkaido melon like ice cream bar, creamsicle I guess is what I would call this, yeah? That was a good stop. I got some other things too, maybe I'll share them later. Katie just called me off of her phone. She's doing some karaoke and she's streaming it. Oh, she just moved the camera. I came back to the same place that I had that breakfast meal at yesterday, and I came here because yesterday on the menu I saw that they had a curry, and it says that it has summer vegetables, and this neighborhood, this township area is famous like countrywide for vegetables. So what I've got looks pretty dang amazing. Looks like I've got some eggplant and some piemon and some peppers and some potatoes and the works, and it's just like laid out and looks absolutely beautiful. So let's find out like how good this is, because I'll be real, it's like almost 2 o'clock and I haven't really eaten much today. So like this is just unbelievable. Oh, by the way, the rain, we got a hole in the rain. So that's what made, I walked the 2 kilometers here to get this, because I was like, the rain has stopped, this is gonna be a thing. Oh my God. That's so good. I usually eat curry rice out of a packet. So this is of another level, let's put it that way. All right, eggplant. I don't know if they grow eggplant around here, but. That's, yeah, like there's something about, like when I was eating the tomatoes at the farmer's place, the flavor is so full in the vegetables that it's like, I didn't realize that vegetables can do that, I think. And like there's pieces of that flavor, the flavor in that eggplant that are just like, you know that flavor exists, but it's never been delivered so fully before. And that's what I'm starting to see with the vegetables here. Like this is gonna be a difficult time leaving this area. Like I'm a vegetable snob now. Like my game has changed. The bar is set in a different place. I know they grow potatoes around here too, so I definitely want to get into a potato. Same experience. Like it tastes like a potato, but like more potato power. The texture is really good too of that potato. The skin was like a little bit like, you know, like the skin is a little tougher, and then the inside just sort of melts. I'm blown away by the vegetables here. Man, I'm gonna start looking for an apartment just to, what I need to do is I need to go hang out with that farmer some more. The lady that works here was happy to see me for the second day in a row. So she brought me a little piece of cake, like a little tiny piece of cake. Let's see what we're getting into here. I usually don't eat these Japanese like sweet cake thingies, so it's kind of a delight that I get to try one. Ooh. It's kind of like, I don't know if it's a pumpkin. I think it might be. I still got a lot of curry flavor in my mouth, but like you get like kind of like a pumpkin spice flavor that you get out of like, you know, pumpkin spice stuff. Yeah, dude. Suburban white girls would love this. This is really good. What's that blue stuff up there? Huh. Maybe about a week ago I'd slept in a park, and in that park they had a place that was set up for park golf, which was golf with like a kind of like a croquet sized ball, but not a croquet ball. And it's I don't know, it's like park golf. You know, it's a new thing, right? And I found another park golf course. I've seen quite a few of them actually as we've been driving, so I guess maybe it's a Hokkaido thing or something. I'm seriously looking forward to trying to find a park golf course in Tokyo though, and like taking Katie there just like without telling her anything about it. Like let's just go, let's go on an adventure, and then bang, park golf. So hopefully I can find something. Man, if the weather's gonna give me a hole in the rain, I'm gonna take advantage of it. So I walked like a couple of kilometers over to the coast again, kind of near where I was at before, but I found more of like a beach area than an industrial area, so access was including less trespassing. So yeah, I made it all the way down to the beach. You can see some, like, I just love the clouds after these big storms. Like, they're just around the mountains, and if you look way out into the sea, you can see these like funnels of rain falling and stuff. It's really, really cool. It's really nice to just be kind of like in the middle of, like, I feel like I'm surrounded by storms, but I am somehow in like this little area in the middle where I'm not being attacked by all this rain at the moment. So I'm gonna enjoy it while I can, and then hopefully before the rain starts I'm gonna head back because it's a long walk. I'm probably 4 or 5 kilometers away from home right now. This little beach is probably putting the wind filter on my camera to the test. Let's hope it's working out. So I told you guys, I mentioned that I went to a convenience store last night. I picked up something interesting, and I managed to bring that with me. And it is the Gurana Sawa. So that soda that I've been raving about, that's like between Dr. Pepper and root beer kind of thing, they made an alcoholic version. It's only 4%, so it's not super strong. But I was like, okay, that's interesting, and it was super cheap. It was 100 yen, so I was like, definitely gonna do that. Oh, the alcohol is so like lightly flavored. Like, it's barely there at all. It mostly just tastes like that soda. That's dangerous. Like, it's only 4%, but you can easily drink a ton of those things just because of how delicious they are. Wow. Okay, this is like my favorite soda now. Like, I really like this stuff. It's so good. I gotta do some research. What's it made out of and stuff? I don't know. It's made out of Hokkaido stuff, so Hokkaido berries or something. I don't know. Highly recommended. You need to import some of this if you can. That's a lot of seagulls. As if those clouds couldn't get more majestic, there's now a rainbow. I just noticed behind me, the sky is getting dark. That's not okay. every town in Japan and even neighborhoods in Tokyo seem to have like an old school like steam or coal train, like decommissioned, just like chilling in a park. We have one in our neighborhood because everybody has one, and it is not maintained, and that seems to be the feeling that I find most of them are like in this like state of like disrepair and like rust. But this one at least looks like they've like taken some time to clean it and maybe keep it from looking too grungy, but maybe it was also just that giant storm that came through gave it a wash. Whoops. It's raining now. So I'm not sure why exactly, but there's a festival happening in this unbelievably massive rainstorm. It's a whole bunch of disappointed looking vendors, to be honest with you. Like a whole bunch of soggy looking people, and they're just like, you know, not many customers here. I don't know what the occasion is for, but I think we're right near that temple or shrine, I mean, that I was at yesterday or the day before, I can't remember now. So I don't know, maybe it has something to do with that, but there's a lot of soggy people here. The light on this is, you know, like not that great. There we go, I guess. Whatever. I just waited 10 minutes. Rain finished. I wouldn't be drenched. But I'm pretty wet now. Specifically the lower half of me. Just absolutely ravished with water. Man, it's pretty hard to shoot a shot of your own backside. Those girls, like, you know, on the internet, you know, the ones, like, they got some skills, you know? Like, I don't got those skills. You should probably be happy I don't have those skills. Without fail, that storm leaves and it just gets beautiful here. As you may know, we're pretty far north, and this area gets, I'm not sure if it's a ridiculous amount of snowfall, but it snows here, let's put it that way. And you can tell that there is like an infrastructure to deal with that snow. And this box here is a box that is used, so like it's got salt on the inside, or not, so I guess not, I don't know, it doesn't look like salt now, but it says like it's for like, you know, non-slip rocks or whatever, so you can put it down on the road and I guess help stop accidents. But it looks like just like a public thing, like you just come along and use it as you like as it's necessary. So yeah, I see things like that, and there's like snow removal machines and things like that around here. So they definitely get at least enough snow to have, like, you know, invested some money in making it safer for the people around. Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed part 14, I think it was, of the hitchhiking series. That was, I know, a little bit shorter than normal, and I kind of wanted to explain like why that happens. Basically what happened was that the previous episode was kind of long, and this episode, like the amount of content that I had for that day or whatever, was kind of short, and the next day is kind of long. And I didn't really know what to do with this content because it wasn't just like 5 minutes, it was like 20 minutes or whatever. So if I stuck it on the previous episode, it made that really long, and if I put on the next one, it'll make that one really long. So it's kind of like, what do I do? And I don't like splitting days in half. So that's kind of why this kind of landed like that. But I hope you enjoyed it anyway. It wasn't a super eventful day, but some of the scenery and stuff in that little town I was in, Shari, is just like, I was just really happy going back and watching it and just seeing it. And I remember that rainstorm and everything. So it was, I have fond memories of that little town. It was a really nice little place. Don't know if I'd live there, but there's like this really compelling like desire to go back for some reason. I just really want to see it again. I think I'd really like to take Katie up there too. And there's a national park coming in the next episode that is pretty cool. So I hope everybody gets to enjoy that the same way that I got to enjoy it when I saw it. But anyway, if you're enjoying our videos, as usual, the thumbs up button helps. And if you push the bell button, I think, next to the subscribe button on our channel, then it'll give you notifications when we upload videos and stuff. So if you don't want to miss anything, that's a good way to do it. And another way to not miss things is to follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, or on Reddit, which is someplace that every time we post a new video, I put like a link to it there, so it, you know, it goes out to people's feeds and everything. And just in case YouTube does this craziness where they don't, like, they unsubscribe people and all that stuff, I don't know, I just want to try to avoid all that as much as possible. So we have all those things, and we also have got a Patreon, and that is how we fund all of our videos. And if you want to help us out financially in that way, then you can check out our Patreon, and then that would be really, really cool of you. And I just kind of wanted to address something because I get this question a lot, and we need to update our info on our Patreon, and I'm really aware of that, and it's like something I'm definitely going to be doing, hopefully sometimes, kind of soon. But people often are like, wait, how many like videos, like, because are you paying, how many do we pay for? Because like, what if you post 20 videos in a month or whatever, and like what happens on Patreon when that happens? And basically, when we started using Patreon, we didn't really know how many videos a month we were going to be trying to post, and how many we were going to be charging our Patreons for, and patrons for, and all of that. So what it's worked out to be is basically that 2 of our videos every month are supported through our patrons. Gosh, it's like tricky to trick your brain into that. So 2 videos a month are basically billed to our patrons, and everything else that goes up is just there. So like, you know, if we should post a little video about burgers or something, or even this video that you watched right now is not going to be something that's going to be Patreon supported. Other hitchhiking videos can be, and then usually it's stuff like when we're going on big trips, like when we went to Okinawa or the Borneo series and things like that. Things that were expensive for us to do or took a ridiculous amount of editing time for me to like get compiled and everything is essentially what it is. But basically it works out to 2 videos a month. And I think it's been consistent, like always like that. So just in case you're curious and like what you're getting into, then that lays that out there a little bit for you, and hopefully everybody understands where we're coming from on that. So I wanted to, you know, do a couple questions as we often do. And a really wonderful friend of ours, Lee, had asked me a question, and I think I might address this at some point in the hitchhiking series, but it's now been so long since I shot it, I'm not quite sure. So I just thought I'd address it in this end card. And he was asking me specifically, like in Hokkaido when I was hitchhiking, or just basically living in Japan, when I speak Japanese to people, how do they react? Like, are they surprised, or like what type of reaction do I get? And it's really interesting. First off, I just want to go on record. My Japanese is not amazing. It is functional, and when I click into or speaking in Japanese, I can move pretty good. Like I can have reasonable conversations and etc. etc. However, my Japanese is by no means masterful. So just keep that in mind. When I was in Hokkaido and I was writing with people, conversations were like completely 100% in Japanese, and like everything that we were talking about was in Japanese and stuff. So, I mean, it's functional, but it's probably embarrassing. Let's put it that way. So, that just sets kind of what people are seeing when they are conversing with me. And I found it really interesting because I felt like it was like, sometimes the reaction that I would get from people was shock. But usually they didn't even blink. Like it was just like, okay, this white guy is just speaking to me. Like it didn't even like occur to them. And after a while I started putting together, it was strange because the people who had studied English and had like at least a more than very basic grasp of English were the people that were shocked. Like universally. So anybody that could like hold like even a minor conversation in English, those people were always like, "Whoa, you're speaking Japanese." Like they were really surprised. The people that had like no English exposure and no interest really in learning English and had not really traveled outside of Japan and stuff, they kind of, not rudely, but it's like they just assumed that I would speak Japanese. Like, of course he would speak Japanese. And I found that to be a really, something interesting about that. And I guess before I had done that trip, I kind of anticipated it to be the reverse, where people who had studied abroad and stuff would realize, oh, you know, people come to Japan and they may have, like, you know, learned some Japanese or something. But I don't know, maybe, I don't know really what it is. I really never figured it out. I just thought, you know, I'll throw that information out there and you guys can, like, come up with your own theories. It's just, I thought it was just an interesting observation. And I mean, keep in mind, I'm not doing this from like a sampling of like 5 or 6 people. This was like, I mean, I talked with hundreds of people on this trip, so it was like fairly consistent. But when you get into like remote Hokkaido, you start running out of people that speak any English, to be completely honest. But anyway, cool question, Lee. I appreciate that. It got me thinking about it again. I got a question from one of our patrons, Jacob, and he asked. This is funny. I chose this on purpose for this video. He asked if you could create one snack food, one alcoholic, and one non-alcoholic beverage that you've had in the past appear through magic, which would you choose? So like if I had a magic lantern and I could choose a food, an alcoholic drink, and a non-alcoholic drink, all of them would have to do with guarana. So that little magical berry that is apparently from Brazil, people have told me now. And the drink is, I guess, historically Brazilian, and somehow Hokkaido got a hold of it. I haven't quite put that together. But the alcoholic drink I had in this one, all those sodas that I had in the other one, my mouth is watering just like thinking about it. But I don't have access to it because one, it's pretty late at night right now, and two, I still haven't found any of them in Tokyo. The snack would be, can you eat them? Can you eat guarana berries? Like, however you can make those things delicious and stuff them into a piece of bread or whatever, that's a snack I want to have. And it's a snack I've never had, but I'd like to try it. And let's see, I had one more question from YouTuber. Ooh, it's one of those names that I'm not going to be able to pronounce. GWIR, Gwir Farben. I'm very sorry if that's messed up, as usual. And Gwir has asked, it's like guar, but with an I, has asked, what is your favorite Japanese sweet treat? And that's kind of tough. There's a lot of things that I like, but the place my mind goes instantly is, there's something called kibidongo, and it is, how do you explain it? I don't even know. I wish I had some I could show you. I think it's made of like sweet rice cake stuff, and it is this specific stuff I have almost that I'm thinking of is a special type of it that's wrapped in a clear, it looks like a plastic, but it's edible. And it comes like in a bar, and you can, you just eat it, and it's kind of chewy and got like a caramelly taste to it. I'm really bad. I really wish I had saved that question for having some, but I haven't seen any in a long time. When we first moved to Japan, I got addicted to it, and I ate it all the time because it was at the 100 yen shop that was near our apartment at the time. But I haven't seen any in years at this point. There are different types of kibidongo. I'm thinking of this one specific type. So if you're familiar with it and you're like, what's he talking about? Maybe we haven't had exactly the same thing, because I've had other stuff that's been called kibidongo that hasn't been quite as good. And I wanted to do a media plug. So if you didn't know, I'm trying to just like things that we enjoy, throw that out there, and like maybe other people will enjoy it as well. Music, movies, video games, and etc., etc. In this case, I want to plug a YouTube channel that I am actually a patron of because I love his videos so much. And this is specifically for people who are into video game stuff. He doesn't do Let's Plays, he does things that are more like historical analysis take away the boring sounding of that. It's actually very interesting, the historical analysis of old video games. So he does a lot of Nintendo games and some Super Nintendo games, and specifically he is doing the entire Game Boy catalog, and like each video is like 9 or 10 minutes, and he's talking about like the historical like surroundings of every single Game Boy game. And if you are aware of how many Game Boy games are not good, you would be impressed with this man's dedication to this project. And his name is Jeremy Parrish. And he doesn't have a huge following on Patreon or on YouTube. I think he has maybe, at this point, I think like 10,000 or 11,000 subscribers. So hopefully, like, I can help send a couple people that would be interested in his videos towards his YouTube channel. So check out the link in the description below everything. And I hope you enjoy his videos. I think they're phenomenal. They're very well made, and he's got this really dry sense of humor that I really like. So anyway, there will be more hitchhiking videos coming soon. There will be more Borneo videos coming soon. There will be more Katie in America videos coming soon. And there will be more videos about Japan coming soon. There's something really cool about Japan coming. I think it'll be the next video I upload. So I hope everybody is excited to see it as I am to share it. Thanks, everyone.